Good morning, YouTubers, or good afternoon, depending on where you are on the planet. I want to address some questions from the last year because I've not been on YouTube for quite a while. I've been very, very busy, a lot of things going on. But I want to address some questions, and I've written them down based on the correspondence I've had during last year and early this year. It's been a lot of correspondences, and I want to share that with you guys. These are the points to consider and cover um, if you're considering heading down to DRC and the neighboring countries in setting up your business. Some of the key points that we discussed last year was the alluvial mining side itself, the advantages and disadvantages compared to having a buying operation in the DRC. There are advantages and disadvantages to both. If you're getting involved in alluvial mining directly, then it's a cheaper entry into that market. But there are disadvantages logistically. You have to be prepared for that kind of a scenario and working environment. And also you need the right team. A friend of mine in Europe made a very good he made a good recommendation to me. Basically what he said is, be careful of who you're working with and who you're in business with, because it's like a marriage, and it is. It's like a marriage. So basically make sure and be very careful of who you're working with. There are some fantastic people out there internationally and in DRC who you can work with. Once you've got the right team, you'll be okay. Your business will stay alive. And as you all know, if you've got the wrong team, it will die. Definitely. Okay? That's one thing. So alluvial mining costs upwards of $500,000 at least, not less. So expect that sort of price range to enter the market as an alluvial mining operator. That's nowhere going to cost the same in licensing as being an actual exporter wholesaler or comptoir, but you're going to need equipment, obviously staff, logistics, legalities, the whole process, and you have to be on the ground. It takes time. So for both operations, as I said to some clients that I spoke to this year, there are disadvantages and advantages, but really it's a win-win situation. If you're involved in alluvial, that's your own product. You market that, have that graded, sorted and exported to your clients around the world, depending on the type of rough that you are extracting. So the most important, and I would say the most key important aspect of that sort of operation is your team. Have they got the knowledge? Are they trustworthy? Would you marry them? Maybe you wouldn't marry them if they're, if it's a man, but it's got to be a good team. It's got to be a good team if you're going to work together. Okay, so that's the alluvial question. The next question: are the costs still the same for being a wholesaler exporter? Yes, they are still the same. So you're looking at upwards of $700,000 if you really want to set your operation up properly. Remember, the license fee is upwards of $250,000 pro rata, pro year. So you are going to need that budget just to maintain your license within the country, as an importer and exporter, as a buyer of rough stock. Please note, there are only a few. I think there are just 13 at the moment, 13 wholesalers in DRC, and there's always been a small amount because the entry costs are so high. But the advantage is you can stay in a nice office in Kinshasa, or you can have a sub or satellite offices around the country and buy in rough from all over the country without having to set up a mining operation. Costs are considerable, but then again, you're buying in lots of production. The other thing I would say also on that note, which we spoke of with another client just last week, is if you are getting into the alluvial side, it would be worth the note that as long as if you are a manufacturer and you're requiring stock of, let's say, over 5,000 carats and upwards per month of mid-range stock, near gem quality stock, then you would be wise to get involved in alluvial and in having a buying operation stroke comptoir in the DRC. Have both operations running simultaneous along each other so that you can actually have reliable and consistent supply of stock and pick up probably some very, very good material from other sites around the country. There's very, very exciting opportunities at the moment in the east of the DRC mainly, and in the northeast. Lots of opportunities for people involved in the gold industry and in the diamond industry and in the agricultural industry. I've been in touch with one or two individuals that want to set up operations from Northern Europe down in the DRC, and there's plenty of potential there for those people as well to set things up. And for those people, I would say, make sure that you organize your team well, people that you've known for years, and vet your individuals. Make sure they do know what they're talking about and that they're truthful. As they say over in the UK, he's been found to be very wanting, which means he doesn't speak the truth, or he speaks with the forked tongue. I mean, it's important to find out who your team is. Once you've got that sorted out and you have your budget correctly, you will succeed if you're serious to grow your business. The other answer to lots and lots of inquiries is yes, and I have worked with a few people over the last year and in January of this year who wanted one-to-one tutorials, and I do those and one-to-one consultations. Yes, I can do those over Skype, and believe it or not, over the wonderful WhatsApp as well. So I can do those. My numbers are, and I'll tell you now, my numbers are not O, if you're calling from international then it would be 44, which is the UK number, 7788 511 816. So that is 44 77 88 511 816. My email is Fitzroy, so that is FITZROY 12561 @gmail.com. So you can get in touch with me and we can do one-to-one sessions on company setup and all the legal requirements necessary, and they are considerable. It isn't easy to set up a business in mining, as you may well know, in any country, and it isn't easy in the DRC. So I can run through you the entire setup process, what to expect, what needs to be paid to adhere to the mining code in the DRC. The next thing would be I can do one-to-ones on diamond tutorials, shapes, sizes, forms, prices, exportation procedures, buying procedures, and understanding about the product itself. I can do a one-to-one on that, no problem at all. And we can also do that over Skype. So I can do that there. Everything's for a fee, nothing is free, but just click on the link, and I put everything in the link there so you can click on that and find out about that. Also, I do just personal tutorials on the logistical operation as well. The logistics of having your business set up in that country and importing machinery, whichever side of the industry you're involved in, importing your machinery down there, and the best contacts and what to expect on that. I will put out another video soon, a lighter video, just basically on tips on surviving in Africa, and tips on how to make life a little bit more comfortable and a bit more easy to get along with down there. So I'll make a light-hearted video at some point on that. But I wanted to update you guys because it's been such a long time since I've put a video out, And I have been dealing with lots of inquiries, and I have been overseas. I've been in the DRC and I've been in southern Sudan. Both fantastic countries, both with fantastic potentials. Southern Sudan at the moment, there is trouble there at the moment in one particular region of the country, but hopefully that'll pass over the next year or so. DRC, fantastic opportunities as ever, and some very large operations are going to take place there, especially in the east of the country, in the southern end and the northern end there. So there is plenty of scope there. So please feel free to like the video and get in touch with me. I've given you my details there. You can get in touch with me at any time. If I'm busy, I'll email you back and just say, look, I'll get in touch with you in a couple of hours or whatever. Okay, that's all for now, and thank you guys very much for watching, and hope that your business goes well. Take care now. Bye-bye.